Hello dear students, I am again here with another video on Python in continuation with the video series that is being made by KVS teachers for the students of class 11th to understand the basic concepts of Python. The next video being made by me is expression and statements in Python. Let me introduce myself first of all. My name is Jyoti Gupta. I am working as PGT Computer Science in Kendriya Vidyalaya Slight Longowal under Chandigarh region. So in this video we are going to discuss various expressions and statements in Python. So let us start with this video. The objective of learning this topic is you will be able to learn various expressions in Python and how to use them in programming, and you will be able to learn and make use of statements in Python. Statements, students, there are some other statements also. They will be covered in next videos because they are used in high level programming or the next programming level. Statements in this video are basic statements that are required in simplest Python programs. The things you should already know are the fundamentals of Python only. The character set of the Python like tokens, then data types and operators that are being used in Python. The concepts that will be covered in this video includes expressions, then how to evaluate those expressions, then the basic statements, a summary, and I will be giving you an assignment also so that the topic is completed. First of all, what is the definition of an expression? Any valid combination of operators, literals and variables, it is an expression. What are operators? Operators you might have done already under the tokens of Python, like they are arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators. Literals are the constant values that do not change during the execution of program. They are like integer literals. 2 is an integer literal. Real literals like 3.5, it is a real literal, and so on. Variables we have done in the previous lecture also, previous video also. Variables are the memory locations whose value can change during the execution of program. And any combination of all these things, one or more of these things, is an expression. For example, if I write a is equal to 3 plus 5 by 8, here equal to, plus and division operator, these are the operators, and 3, 5 and 8, these are all integer literals. These are constants, they are of integer type, so they are integer literals. And a, it's a variable and its value is the value of the expression when it will be evaluated. You might be remembering L value and R value also. Here 3 plus 5 by 8 is R value. It is an expression, and when it will be calculated, when it will be solved, the value will be stored in A, which is locator value or A. Here A is a variable, the name of the memory location where the result of this expression will be saved. Now there are 4 types of expressions. The first one is arithmetic expression, then relational expression, logical expression and string expression. As the name suggests, arithmetic expression will be involving arithmetic operators. Relational expression will be involving relational operators. Logical expressions will be involving logical operators, and string expressions have some string operators that I will introduce to you. First of all, arithmetic expressions. Arithmetic expressions involves 2 things. First of all, numbers. Numbers means any numeric type, integers, floats or complex numbers. Arithmetic operators. Obviously, it's an arithmetic expression, so only arithmetic operators will be there. All the arithmetic operators are allowed: plus, minus, multiply, division, modulus or exponentiation. Now, arithmetic expressions can be pure arithmetic expression or mixed arithmetic expressions. Pure arithmetic expression means all the operands are of same data type, same numeric type. All the operands will be either integers and the result will also be an integer. All the operands will be real and obviously the result will also be real. All the operands will be of type complex. The result will also be in complex number. So they are easy to solve. Then is mixed expression, in which obviously the operands are of different numeric types. Some operands are integer, some are float, some may be complex also, and obviously it is a bit difficult to solve or evaluate mixed type of expressions. So let us see how it is done. First of all, let us take some examples of pure and mixed expressions. If I am having x equals to 23 plus 34 divided by 2 minus 7, as you can see all the operands are integers, so it's a pure integer expression. The operators obviously are arithmetic here because we are talking about arithmetic expressions only. So operands here are only integers, so it is integer expression, pure integer expression. In the next example, I am having 3.5 and 2.3. Both are float, both are real, so it's a pure real expression. Obviously x will also evaluate to be real. Third one, I am adding two complex numbers, so it's a complex number expression, so result will also be a complex number. In the last one, as you can see, 3.2 and 2.7 are floating point numbers, 45 is a integer, so it's a mixed expression. And what will be the data type of x? That is a question. It will be solved in the next slides only. Now, how these arithmetic expressions are evaluated? As I said you, evaluating pure arithmetic expression is easy. If I multiply 7 by 2, obviously both are integers, so there is no doubt the answer will be 14 only. Or if I take it as an example of variables, if both a and c are integers, the output will be integer only. There is no doubt in it. Now the problem is with mixed expression. When there are different numeric types of data in an expression, the Python converts all the operands up to the data type of largest operand. This is called as implicit type conversion done by Python language without the intervention of the programmer. Again, implicit type conversion is a type conversion done by Python language without the intervention of the programmer, without the knowledge of the programmer. It is also called as type promotion. Means the data type is promoted to the next data type, next higher data type. If I take an example of 3.5 plus 2, here 2 will be converted to 2.0. As 3.5 is float and 2 is integer, they cannot be added because they are of different data type. It is not possible to add them because they are having different memory area covered by them. So they cannot be added like this. They have to be of same data type before any operation can be done on them. So 2 will be converted to float first of all internally by Python only, not in our knowledge, not done by us. So Python will convert 2 to 2.0, then it will add them. Obviously the result will be in float. Output will be 5.5. There is no loss of data in case of implicit type conversion because the data type is promotion. The highest data type is taken. In a particular expression, the data type of largest operand is taken by Python and all the operands data type is converted to that highest data type. So there is no loss of data. So that's why it's type promotion, and its another name is Gaussian, which must be known to you because you can get a question on this word also, which may be different for you. Now there is another type conversion available is explicit type conversion, also called as typecasting. It is done by programmer specifically. It is a forced type conversion done by programmer. It is not done by Python, not required by Python. It is user defined or programmer defined. The syntax is data type and an expression. You can convert the result of this expression to any data type that you write here. Or this expression may not be an expression, this can be a variable also, and you want to change its data type. For example, if b is 7.5, so in the first line b is 7.5 means b is a float. Then if I write int b, so in front of b I write int, so now b becomes a integer. And if I print this line, the output will be 7, not 7.5, because I have converted 7.5 to an integer. So the decimal point and anything after decimal point is truncated and I get only integer value of b. So this is called as explicit type conversion. It may be required in some programs where we need only integer value of an expression. We do not need its decimal point value. In that case, we can forcefully convert a data type, a value, into another data type. Next type after arithmetic expressions is relational expressions. These expression involves again numbers. They can be integers, float, or complex, and relational operators. Because it's a relational expression, so any relational operator. Greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, equal to is comparison operator, then not equal to. See the sign of not equal to. Some examples like x greater than y, the answer will be either true or false. So it will be a Boolean value. Always the result of relational expression is true or false. Obviously we are comparing something, the answer will be in Boolean, true or false. So x greater than y, if the value of x will be greater than y, the answer will be true, otherwise it will be false. Here x less than y and y greater than z. So it's a combined expression in using two relational operators. Next is x equal to y and y not equal to z. This is also including two relational expressions. Third type of expressions are logical expressions, which involves numbers and logical operators. Logical operators are three: and, or, and not. These logical operators are normally used to combine the statements to make a logic of your program. For example, if I want to write x or y, so x or y, in that case the values of x and y are compared and the result is again true or false. Not C or not B, A and B. So on the basis of the answers given by these statements, the next course of action is decided. These type of logical operators, and, or, not, are normally used in if statements, if else statements, that you will be covering in next lectures. Fourth type of expression is string expression. This expression involves strings, as we have done in the previous video. What are strings, types of strings, and string operators. These string operators may be new to us, may be new to you. You might not have done in your normal operators, arithmetic, relational, etc. So there are two string operators: concatenation, sign is plus, and replication, the sign is of multiplication. It is called as replication here. So if the multiplication operator is applied on two strings, it becomes a replication operator, and if the plus operator is applied on strings, it becomes a concatenation. Concatenation also called as joining. So for example, if I write good and morning, I have two strings. If I write plus in between them, obviously it will be joining them, good morning. I have not given any space in between, so there will be no space. If I write one more string of space in between plus, then it will be good space morning. So whatever you want. Plus means concatenation, joining of strings. In case of concatenation, all the operands must be strings which you want to join. So good, morning, anything within single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes, they will be joined together. This is called as concatenation operator. The second operator, replication, it requires one string and one integer. How many times you want to replicate that string? It will be the second operand. It will be an integer always, because you cannot write a string here. How will one string will be replicated a string times? So string multiply by a number, an integer, and that many times that string will be repeated. So if I am writing and multiply 2, it means and replicated for 2 times. Replication. So read it like and replicated 2 times. So output will be and. If you will give space in after and, a space if you provide before these double quotes close, it will be and space and space and. So it will take spaces also. If I write and replicate 4, it will write and. So sometimes a particular string value has to be replicated for so much of time, then we can use this replication operator. So these are two string operators that are used. These are already defined as arithmetic operator, but when their operands are strings, their meaning changes. When plus is given to two strings, it becomes not addition, it becomes joining or concatenation. When multiply symbol is given to a string and an integer, it becomes a replication operator. The next main topic of this video is statements. Statements in Python. Now first of all, what is a statement? A statement is a programming instruction that does something. Any instruction given to the system, given to your Python language to do something on your programming pattern, that is an instruction, that is a statement. A statement, in case of a statement, some action takes place. Something takes place. The last line, statement may or may not yield a value. It is not compulsory that every statement must result in something. Every statement must evaluate something. No, it is not compulsory. Some statements may be calculating something that will obviously give a value, okay. Some statements may be only input statements taking some value from the user. Some statements may be normal assignment statements giving some value to another variable. Some statements may be output statements, print statements, which will be printing something or showing result to the user. So they will not be producing a value, they will not be calculating something, but they are also required in the program obviously. So we will discuss these type of statements in the next slide. There are three types of statements: assignment statement, input statement, and output statement. There are other type of statements also, decision making statements, iteration statements, but they are altogether full-fledged topics that will be covered in next videos. So examples of these statements, first of all, we have done assignment statement. Assignment statement you have already done in previous slides also, in previous videos also. It is simple assigning a value to a variable. It may be simple assigning a value to a variable like a equal to 15. Here I am assigning 15 value to a. Next assignment statement which involves an assignment operator. Obviously there will be a L value and R value in case of assignment statement. So in the second example there is an expression the result of which will be assigned to B. This is again an assignment statement. Next one is A equal to B equal to C equal to 10. This is speciality of Python. These two things, last two examples, these are speciality of Python. If I want to initialize many variables to the same value, I can do like this. After this statement, A, B and C all will be having value 10. So this is very important feature of Python. Otherwise I will have to write A equals to 10, comma B equals to 10, comma C equals to 10. So this can be combined in one statement only. Next one is also special in case of Python. If I write x, y, z equal to 10, 20, 30, it gives respectively the value 10 to x, 20 to y, 30 to z. So this is also combined assignment statement in which within one assignment statement I can give same value to different variables or different values to different variables. And it is not defined, it is not confined to only 3 variables, it can be any number of variables. Next type of statement is input statement. Input statement is made using input function of Python. It is already defined, system defined function. We have to use it only. So if I write A equals to input enter name, it will prompt the user to enter a name and it will be stored in A, and the type of A will be string, because the default value that is taken by input function is string. And it is not compulsory that every time I will have to take strings only. I need integers also, I need floats also, I need some other type of data also. So if I need to enter an integer, I will have to convert it. So input function is always there. Input will take the value as a string, but in front of that if I write int is a function, again it will convert that value to integer. Again if I write float, in front of input, it will convert the value taken by input as string to float. So this is the function of input statement. Input function takes the data as string, and using various functions of numeric data type, I can convert those values to integers or floats according to the requirement of my program. The third type of statement is output statement or print statement. In this case, we use the print function. Print function, obviously, you might have used in programs. Print statement is used to take data from the user. Print statement is used to show the results to the user. It may be a simple hello print hello. So it is a simple prompt or simple hello message to the user. Next is we are printing a result which is already calculated in A. So I want to show that it's a result. So within quotes, if I am writing result equals to something, so it's a string within quotes, it will be printed as such. Comma A means I am making a difference between the string and an integer or a float. Maybe A is a variable of any data type. So A will be printed after result equal to whatever the value of A has been calculated in the program. Next is I am directly printing the result only and calculating also in the same line. So whatever the value of R is there, it will be calculating pi r square 3.14 into R. So calculations and printing are done in the same line. This is also possible. So three types of basic statements for the basic programming of Python: assignment statement, input statement using input function, and output statement using print function. Now let us summarize what we have done today in this video. First thing is that Python expressions we have done, various types of expressions, arithmetical, relational, logical and string expressions on the basis of the operators being used in them and how to evaluate them, especially the mixed expressions in which the implicit or explicit type conversion is being done. So implicit type conversion is or type promotion, which is done by Python only, and explicit type conversion or typecasting, which is forced by the programmer according to the requirement of the program. Next, we have done the Python basic statements in basic programming and how they are used. Now, homework, a small assignment for you. The first assignment is on the questions. First question is, what is the difference between pure and mixed arithmetic expression? You can answer it after watching this video. What is the difference between implicit and explicit type conversion? You must know the another names of these implicit and explicit type conversions also. Name the string operators and how they are used. We have done two string operators here and how they are used. Their examples were also here. What are statements in Python? Give examples. Here we are talking about basic statements only. Now program assignment. In case of program assignment, I have involved some evaluation questions because they normally come in your questions in MCQs also. These are some evaluation expressions in which you are having some mixed type of values and you have to calculate what will be the result. So taking into consideration the implicit and explicit type conversion, whatever is given here, you should find out what will be the answer of these evaluation values. So the first question evaluate is on arithmetic expression. Second evaluation is on AND, NOT and relational operators. The third one is a mixed one again. Last one is a program. You have to convert temperature. You take temperature from the user in Fahrenheit and you will convert it to Celsius temperature. And in this case, you will need to find out, you will need to learn the implicit and explicit type conversion. You will have to find out how your result will be correct. If you will not take that thing into consideration, your answer will be wrong. So cautiously you will make this program so that your answer is correct and manually calculate whether your answer is correct or not. So this is a very important program to understand the implicit and explicit type conversions. So thank you so much students. Thank you for watching this video.